You could ask me, does it go any better? And my answer is, I don't know enough about Postie bikes to say if it goes any better. And from before, if it goes better, I'd probably say no. But I'm making boost, so it must be going better. All I can say is it's easy to ride. It just sort of goes nicely. So maybe that is going better. With the 4-to-1 ratio, this is about the power I see. 7,000 revs, near half a bar of boost, which is nice, not too much or too early, like the 3-to-1. In this little series of videos, I'm just driving around the outskirts of Hobart. You Postie bike riders out there will know a feel for your bike and how it should sound in traffic and stuff like that. You tell me, is this sound normal for Postie? Is it going a bit better? Is it, I don't know. I don't have another Postie to compare it to. So I'll just drive around for a bit now and just cruise, and you tell me what you think. That missing sound you may hear sometimes from the motor, it's not missing, it's some kind of overload for the mic. But so just bear that in mind. cruising around the outer suburbs, about 60 kilometres an hour, a bit over 5,000 revs, just a touch of boost, really light throttle, just feathering it, and it's nice. Well, this is my last episode on the Past Postie. Thank you for everybody that's watched this. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. It's been a long ride. I had a sort of vision. Knew I could do it. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew I could do it, and I've done it. I'm happy with it. It's a lovely little bike. Not 100% finished off, but it's close to it. I'll tinker a bit, but I'm done now. I'm heading off to the Postie Nationals this year, 2023, with this one and the Cub, with a friend, and we'll just run around over there at Maitland, so that should be nice. I'm happy. Look, little thing, you've seen from the riding around video, it rides okay. Not perfect, but it's not bad. The Nos button, I'm in no hurry to try it out with the Supercharged in there. I'm already making boost. Nos on top of boost. I don't know how that crank's going to handle it, so I'm not going to bother. I've got a few pictures put together of the journey just to remind me, you, and just to finish this off. Once again, thank you. I've enjoyed it. You've been along the ride with me, and it's turned out well. We've done well. Thank you. It all started with an idea that I could make a supercharged Nos Postie. No idea how to do it, but here's the parts I had to start with. I hunted for a motor. I knew how to get rid of heat, so I was water jacketing was an option, and I found this Chinese motor, basically a Postie motor, but with water jacketing. Then just sort of shape it all up with the blower. How's it going to look? How's it going to sit? There was a fair bit of fabricating, and from the different episodes you can see my struggles with it. I'm not a natural at it, but I get the job done, and that was the premise of doing this thing. I'll get it done. A few handmade parts, it all works out. Once I finish with the bench stage, it goes on to hanging the bike. Hanging the bike means I can just sort of get an eye height and a good feel for what's going on and just put the bike together now. This was the first stage of the bike setup. No blower, just a carburetor. I had to put these covers on there to get it registered, make it look safe. And once the bike was sorted and all the shakedown rides, and it was largely good. I always come back with a list and I'd fix some little things up. But that's okay, all part of the process. I got there and I got it registered, so then it was on to the blower. Work out what gauges I wanted. Because this is experimental, I always made it run rich, and then I could always bring it leaner from there, and there were a few interesting plug chops on the way. Then I had the problem with the fueling, keeping the fuel up, and I needed the fuel for the NOS, so I ended up putting a fuel pump on there. That was okay, but it's just that sticking slide problem I had, to go through a lot of carbs. This was my first non-blower NOS run. The plan was to gear it to 80 kilometers an hour where the natural power is in the cam, and then NOS it out to 100. So this is my run, And as you can see, 9,000 revs, over 100 kilometres an hour, job done. That was with this carburetor, which was a nice flat slide carburetor, cheap Chinese, but it was very tunable. But the slide kept sticking. I couldn't stop the slide from sticking from the blower, so I had to move through different carburetors. The bike was sorted, but I still had the slide sticking problem, which is probably one of my biggest problems I had with it. I thought a CV carby might be good as a butterfly, but that just, I couldn't get the idle down low enough. It seemed to be sucking air from all round corners. So my third carburetor was just a regular old round slide, and that seemed to work. So I had to transfer everything from my flat slide to the round slide, do a bit of grafting on there, the power jet and stuff like that, and now I have something that works. I did start the blower driven at 3 to 1, but I then changed it to 4 to 1, and that moved the power range a little bit higher. So now you can see I'm making near 6 psi at around 7,000 revs. That's good enough. Once again, thank you everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure to make this bike. It's one of those bikes you can just look at. There's just so many things going on, and I don't know, I'm proud of it. Everything's where I want to be. Retiring was a good thing. I finally had the time to do what I wanted to do at my own pace, because there was no great rush. I could think about things before I did it and do it well, and it all worked out. This is what most people sort of hone in on when they want to have a look at it. Thank you again. Bye bye.